Do we have bodies? Do we have species of
Well,
non-human?
naturally, when you recover something that's either landed or crashed, sometimes you encounter dead pilots. And believe it or not, as fantastical as that sounds, it's true.
All right. That was part of News Nation's exclusive interview with a high-level intelligence official turned whistleblower, Dave Grusch. He's claiming extraterrestrial crafts were recovered and have been kept secret by the United States government. Meanwhile, House Oversight Committee Chair James Comer tells News Nation he's planning a hearing on the matter, on our reporting. Joining us now to discuss, former analyst at the Departments of State and Defense, Mark Van Rennenkampf. Mark, I apologize. I was too busy thinking about the aliens. He penned an op-ed for The Hill on the issue of the UFOs. U.S. military has been observing metallic orbs making extraordinary maneuvers. And what I believe you're referring to, Mark, is the orbs that we've seen over the Middle East, these famous ones that were taken over Iraq. What do we know about these that says these have to be something out of this world?
Well, Leland, first of all, thanks for having me on the show. I'm not going to say that they're out of this world. I think, after some intense analysis, there could be a prosaic explanation for these, again, quote, metallic orbs, and that's per the government. What I find interesting, and I want to clarify, they're not observed just in the Middle East. They are observed around the world, and we just heard that last week from the director of the UFO office. And I'll just quickly state that the UFO office, the Pentagon's UFO office, has what they call a target package. And that is basically a profile of the UFOs or the UAP that they are most commonly or most frequently observing. And that involves metallic orbs, round sphere-like objects that are moving in very strange ways. The direct quote from the director of the UFO office is that they're maneuvering in very interesting apparent maneuvers. And just give you a quick kind of overview. They're observed stationary, so sitting in one position over the ground, sometimes in hurricane force winds, and potentially moving all the way up to Mach 2. So that's twice the speed of sound. If you know of anything that could do that, any spherical object with no wings or engine or propulsion, I'd love to have that in my garage, frankly.
Sounds like a lot of fun to fly, which Dave Grusch has talked about, that there are these alien pilots, for lack of a better term, based when you heard that soundbite, that have been recovered. Do you believe him in number one? And number two, forgive my skepticism, but the government has never been all that good at keeping secrets for all that long. You're talking about what would have had to be generations worth of secret keeping for all of this to be true.
Leland, you're absolutely right. I'll tell you, I've long been skeptical of these claims. These claims of crash retrieval programs have been around for decades, as you said. I've been skeptical of those claims for that very reason. I was in the government. I didn't think that it was possible to keep that kind of a secret. That said, the Inspector General of the intelligence community has ruled and deemed the allegations made by this whistleblower credible and urgent. It's a direct quote. So I think this is worth investigating. I want Congress to really buckle down and investigate, and I want the inspectors general to do their due diligence and to do their duty.
Yeah, well, and now we understand, thanks to the great reporting that's been done on this, that Congress not only has the hearings that they have had on UFOs, but now the Oversight Committee is going to be working on this. Thank you very much. We appreciate it. Something tells me we're going to have you back to talk about this, because this story is not over. Thanks for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to subscribe. Click the red button to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.